Hey guys, Nakul this side from Skills IELTS. For all the live updates, you can kindly click on the bell icon there. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most crucial and important aspects of the IELTS speaking, and that's called fluency. We all have that one big question in our mind. Why is that only a handful of people are good at speaking in a flow? What is that which separates those people who can speak endlessly without any hesitation from someone who is always afraid of speaking? Well, there are two sides to this answer, so let's take the first side. Let me tell you my background story. I was a very creative person when I was a kid, and the power of creativity never had boundaries. I imagined far more than my reach and was always very happy. But not even in my dream did I realize that I used excessive imagination. Well, yes, excessive imagination to instill the very fear in my mind. The fear of what others think, the fear of being judged, and the fear that always lowered my confidence. Well, you always will have repercussions, or we call it as knock-on effects. In simple terms, it's called karma. You have to pay for it for being negligent towards welcoming an uninvited element called fear into your own well-being. The fear inside me flourished and crept into every aspect of my life. I couldn't initiate a conversation, and even if I do, I stammered. And stammering made me look like a dullhead, and I was always mocked at, insulted and whatnot. During the seminars in engineering, I was not able to even utter a word, and the worst, the shame. So I went home and stood in front of a mirror and started uttering every of those words that I wanted to speak in the seminar. But to my surprise, when I sat in front of the mirror, I was speaking endlessly without any fear. I sobbed, I screamed, but failed to understand why I was not able to speak in front of the public. And something happened the following day. I had developed an algorithm and I was asked to explain it to the whole class. That's the first time I realized that people were waiting not to mock at me, but to know the information I was about to share. I also realized that I have to convey what I want to convey, and I also made sure not to use my excessive imagination just to be fearful and spoil each and everything. Well, that's the first time I saw a bunch of good people, real good people. And that's the first time even I realized everyone was actually good. But it was my mind which thought they were not. And that's the first time I actually thought I can speak. In fact, I can speak really, really well. The incident changed nothing except this. Weakness, fear and hopelessness died. Strength, power and courage was born. And after that, there was no looking back. I instilled the very positivity in my mind and suppressed the very fear that was with me for quite a long time. Well, the very important thing you need to know to speak well is to be confident within yourselves. Don't give room for the fear to creep in. Guys, it's very simple. Try to understand the motive behind communication. You're communicating with someone not to be judged, but to convey some piece of information or to share some information you have with you. Well, in a nutshell, what my story says is you need to be really confident and don't give room for the fear to creep in. Correct? So you just need to control it and understand what's stopping you from speaking well in the public. At the end of the day, it's about you being confident, you being powerful, courageous. Things will happen on its own.